Are you considering a move to Richardson, Texas, but you don't even really know where Richardson, Texas even is? Well, you're in the right place because that's exactly what we're going to be talking about right now in this video. I'm going to take you on a little Google map tour. We're going to check out some of the spots around town, and I'm going to show you some commute times so you can get a feel of where Richardson is in the metroplex. So let's get started right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you're excited to learn everything there is to know about the Dallas-Fort Worth area, be sure to subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you're always up to date on the latest market insights. My name's Tara McGraw. I'm a realtor here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I help people like you every single day. So whether you're looking to make a move in a week, a year down the road, across country, or all the way across the globe, feel free to reach out. My contact information is in the description below. My team and I would love to help you make a smooth transition to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So here we are inside the map, and you can see that Dallas is right here in the middle, and Richardson is just right up here to the northeast. Now you've got a main highway that runs through the middle of Richardson, and that is Highway 75. Let's zoom in a little bit closer here so you can really get a good look at it, because 75 is going to be a big one for you. So 75 runs north and south, and it goes all the way, it goes all the way downtown. So anywhere that you live in Richardson, you're going to be jumping on and off 75 all the time. But here's the good news, is that 75 is free. It is absolutely free to ride on 75. We have a lot of tollways here in the Dallas area, and this one is a free one. You also have 635 right here. That is also free. So yay, we like free roads, because unfortunately this one up here to the north, President George Bush Tollway, hence the name Tollway, is going to cost you money to ride on that. Then you've also got the Dallas North Tollway going north and south here. That is also going to cost you money. So either way, you're going to need a toll tag, because you know, you're going to be going on the George Bush Tollway because you're going to want to go over here to Frisco and Plano and all of the other suburbs that are around you. So you're definitely going to be jumping on and off of this George Bush Tollway a lot. You might not use the Dallas North Tollway that often, but you're definitely going to be on 75 and 635 a lot. Now, the downside is that 75 can definitely have some traffic. It is free, so a lot of people are going to be using it, and there are a lot of people that commute north and south. So this is going to be a tough one for traffic, as well as 635. But you just try to stay off of those if you can for rush hour. If you can just drive on it when you don't have to deal with 5 o'clock traffic or 8 o'clock morning traffic, then you're going to be looking pretty good most of the time. But you do have some little side streets here that go north and south through Richardson, and those are going to be good ones to know about. Let's zoom in and take a look at them. So if you're on the west side of Richardson, Waterview is a good one. It goes north and south, so you can catch it up here at George Bush, and you can take it on down until Spring Valley. Okay. So that's a good one, and Coit is going to be a good one. So Coit is north and south right here. Let me zoom out a little bit. Coit goes north and south. This is going to be a major one, and most people are going to use Coit to get if you don't want to go on 75. But Waterview, like I said, it only goes to Spring Valley. But look, you could be on Coit, and you could just jump over to that street, or you could get off right here. And I don't think there's an exit right here, actually. I think you have to get off here and then go over on Beltline and take it north and south. So this one's going to be a little bit of a road less traveled if you want to escape Coit. But, you know, generally Coit's looking pretty good. They're doing a lot of construction on it right now, which is why it kind of gets a little bit backed up. But I think that's going to help the traffic once they get finished with that construction. So good roads to know about. You can also take Greenville Avenue over here if you need to get out of the area on the east side. If we look You have Skillman that cuts across here where you can pick up Plano Road and take that north. Or like I said, Greenville Avenue right here. This is a good one. You can hop off. There's an exit there, I know for sure. Or maybe you work at TI, which is right here. You can just hop right on Greenville Avenue and get on up north. So good roads to know about. So Richardson itself is really not a huge suburb. If you look at it, you can't really see in comparison, but Plano goes all the way over here up to Allen and then cuts across. And this is all Plano up here. So it's a lot smaller. It has about half the people in it, if I'm not mistaken. The population is about 116,000 people. So it's really not, it's not overly crowded, but like I said, it's a smaller suburb. So all those people are in here. But here's the thing about Richardson. You are generally going to get a bigger lot, because this was the burbs. I mean, it still is the burbs, but it was really the burbs back in the day. Back in the day, North Dallas and far North Dallas, all this over here, this was considered the burbs. North of Loop 12 was considered the burbs. So all of that was really far up north. Okay, this is Loop 12. So this was all considered suburbs. So Richardson was considered to be way out there a long time ago, but now it has developed. All this is all filled in, so this is really not very far away at all. You're just right on the edge. And the thing is that you can get big lots out here. So that's a lot of the reason why people move to the burbs and still are moving to the burbs, is for the lot size and the value in the lot. You can get a lot better deal when you want to build a house. So these homes up here are generally on bigger lots. Now there are some smaller neighborhoods over in these areas and some down here, and they're going to have the smaller lots, but they have smaller houses too. But you can get a really good lot up in this area. You've got Richardson Heights is down here, and it's going to have some different sizes of homes in that area. Let me just see if I can see where it is. So this over here is Richardson Heights in this area. And they have some smaller homes that are further south, but when you get up north, you start getting some larger lots. Over here, you've got a lot of larger lots. So a lot of the time, you can fit a little house on, like 0.2 acres. And in Dallas, they're building big, huge houses. They're tearing those little houses down and putting big, huge houses on 0.2 acre lots. So you have all this house and you have no yard. Or if you have a pool back there, then you've got like just pool and that's it. So not really a good chance of having a big house, a pool, and a little bit of grass too. But up here, you're looking at more like 0.3, 0.35 acre lots, and that makes a big difference. That's enough to where you could build a good sized 2-story house. Now you probably wouldn't want to put a ranch style because that's going to need a little more room to spread out. But what was up here were ranch style homes, and those were spread out. So now people are tearing down those old ranch styles and they're building the 2 stories that have a little bit more square footage, and then that still leaves you some yard to put your pool, and you could still even have a swing set or whatever it is you want to have in the other part of the yard. So that's a really nice thing about Richardson. And the price of lots and homes are going up so much in the city of Dallas that it's really kind of pushing people to the north. You're seeing a lot more people going north of 635 who would normally not go north of 635. This used to be kind of a thing back in the day. People were like, ew, I don't want to live 635 north of 635. That's so 972. 972 is the area code for north of 635. And people just wanted to be 214 because that was way cooler. Well, now people are starting to figure out that, yeah, 214 is cool, but it's not very cool to be broke. So you really don't want to spend a whole bunch of money down here and not get very much for it. So if you go north, people are starting to figure out that, oh, wait a minute, maybe I am 972. Maybe I love 972, which is what happened to me. I was so 214 until I discovered what I could get in 972. Now let's take a look at commute times. So as you can see, Richardson is it's not very far from Dallas. It's right on the edge. So if you wanted to work downtown, you could definitely do that. You could also just go right up here to Plano and work over here. There are a lot of companies that have moved to that area. The Colony has some work. or you could commute up here to Frisco. You're kind of halfway in between. But the difference is going to be that you might hit a little bit of traffic going downtown from 75, but either way, you're still a lot closer in Richardson than you would be if you were in any of these other suburbs up here, obviously. So let me just show you how long it would take to get to work if you were commuting. So I'm just going to drop a little pin right in the middle of Richardson, and we're just going to see downtown Dallas. Okay, so right now we're looking pretty good. You could get from the dead middle of Richardson here in 25 to 26 minutes. That's pretty good. So you can see 75, it gets some little holdups. You know, you might hit a little something along the way, but generally it doesn't take too long to get through those little spots. It's really when you start getting down in this area, this is where it gets a little bit more congested. There's just more people. So what are you going to do? It's really not a lot you can do. You can get off and you can take side streets. Greenville actually goes all the way down here, so you can jump off and take Greenville down. You're going to have lights that you'll hit, but if you just are one of those people like myself who cannot stand to be in traffic, you could jump off and go down. I would rather it take a little bit longer for me to get somewhere, but I get to be moving rather than sit in gridlock traffic. So just throwing that out there for you. So not bad if you want to go downtown, but let's see if you want to go to Frisco. Because, you know, you might not be working in Frisco. You might just want to go up there and hang out because there's a lot to do in Frisco. You should probably watch that vlog. You know what? Let's put in the Star because maybe you work for the Dallas Cowboys and you want to go to work at the Star. About the same amount of time. So you could take the George Bush, get over here in about 25 minutes. You're kind of in the middle. Richardson really is kind of in the middle, and it's really nice to be in the middle. Let me just tell you. Keep in mind, though, that if you are making this commute north, this is going to be a tollway, and this is going to be a tollway. So you are going to have to budget in for the tolls that go on here. It's not really that bad. I drive on the tollway all the time because I'm a realtor, and that's all I do is drive from place to place. So, you know, I don't really notice my toll tag bill that much, but some people who are, you know, really taking the tollway a long way, they complain about it because it does start to add up, but it shouldn't be too bad for you if you're just doing it twice a day. But let's see, what if you travel for work? What if you need to get to the airport and you're flying all the time? That might make a difference to you. 28 minutes, not too bad. So our main airport is right here, Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. That's going to be the main one that you use. You've got American Airlines flying out of there. And, you know, American Airlines, you need to step it up a little bit because, you know, things haven't been going real great for you lately. But we do like you because you give us a lot of airline miles. But also because you are centrally located here in the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex. And you can fly anywhere in the United States very easily. And American Airlines is their main hub is here. So you can get on American and you can fly anywhere in the U.S. pretty easily. They're probably going to have a flight there, even flights, you know, outside the country. So we do fly a lot of American. We've got Delta. We've got, you know, all the major airlines, but that's going to be the main one that you're going to be flying out of a lot. So sorry if you don't like American. We don't either, but we deal with it because that's where our options are. So not too bad for getting to the airport. 20-30 minutes. I usually calculate a little bit of extra time. I give myself some extra time because you never know. There could be traffic, but generally it's not too bad on the way to DFW. Now let's look at the other airport. So down here, Dallas Love Field. This is the other airport that you need to consider because sometimes you can get a really easy flight out of there where you don't have to worry about much. You just jump on and off. It's not going to be the same kind of, you know, parking situation and all that. It can take a lot longer at the international airport than it does at Love Field, but you know, sometimes the traffic getting to Love Field can be bad. So let's look at that. This is the one you always see on the movies, you know, where like JFK landed and all that. Okay, so 25 minutes. So do you see how this could only be like maybe 5 minutes more, but it's a little bit further? It's because the traffic. See, they're routing you around. You got traffic here. It's tough. I don't really fly out of Love Field that often, to be honest with you, because of this. Because if you have to get down into Dallas, that's when you're going to run into problems. But if you can kind of stay up north, go through the burbs to get to DFW, you're going to be looking pretty good. Now, if you have a private plane or some sort of aircraft, you can also fly out of Dallas, or actually Addison. So let me show you where that is. That's really close. Addison Airport over on Jimmy Doolittle. I just think that's such a cute little name. Jimmy Doolittle. You can get there in about 18 minutes. Now, the issue is because you're going through the middle here. So this is all going to be lights. This is probably a little further. Yeah, it is. It's twice as far. So look at that, 14 miles, but you're going to get there a minute faster. So yeah, lights along here, that's going to slow you down. But either way, if you have a small aircraft or you want to charter a plane, you can go right here out of Addison Airport. It's handy to know about just in case. You never know. You might want to jump on a little flight and get over to Shreveport or something. I've done that before. Pretty good time. Now let's look at what there is to do in Richardson. So you are very, very close to Dallas. So most of the things that you're going to be doing are going to be down here in Dallas. You can go to the American Airlines Center, which is over on this side of town. If you want to catch a Mavs game or something like that, you can get over there, American Airlines Center. It's about 25 minutes to get there, either this way or this way, but that's where the Dallas Stars play. That is where the Mavs play. You can go catch a concert. Lots to do at American Airlines. They're always offering something. So you will be going down to Dallas a lot, but there are things to do up here in Richardson, okay? So you've got a lot of cute little restaurants up here that are kind of like mom and pop type places. You are definitely going to want to try out Sueño. That's my favorite. If you watch the vlog, you'll see it. See, it's right there, right here. It's in this neighborhood, and everybody knows about it in Richardson. It's a hot spot, so you need to get there early if you want to get a table. Either that or you're going to need to sit at the bar, which is usually what I end up doing because I never get there early enough. But I like sitting at the bar because then I get to be social, and everybody that works there is super cool. They're all family. It's totally family owned, and everyone in the family works there. So the bartenders, the servers, the managers, everybody. So it's really cool because, you know, they're all really social and they'll remember your name half the time. And it's like going into Cheers. So I really like that. So you just take Arapahoe down here and you can hit up Sueño. Everybody wants to call it Sueño, but it's not. It's Sueño. See there, isn't it cute? And it's pretty, it's got a little happening vibe in there. They have all these great cocktails. Look at that. I think they're making an old fashioned, and they have awesome, there's the churros. I've had those before. They have great brisket tacos, and they won best margarita in Dallas 2 years in a row. So, I don't know what that is, but I really want that. It's like you put a churro on top of my drink and I am in. But doesn't that look good? Yeah. So check Sueño out. I also went to a restaurant recently called Partenope. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I really liked it. Here it is. So it's on the other side of 75, right here. Now this is the little downtown area. It's really not a great downtown area like Plano or McKinney or anything like that, but they're trying. They're really trying to revitalize the area, and they just, a lot of those places got torn down back in the old days, and what are you going to do? You can't put them back. Well, there are some older buildings over here, and this is the area that they're really working on to revitalize. And this was great. I really liked it. They had like the Neapolitan pizza and all of the pastas and great. Look at that. There's your margarita pizza. I feel like I'm in Italy. Ooh, look at that. It's like some prosciutto or something. Yep, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I think I had a cannoli at the end. You give me a cannoli, and I am in. Cute place, so check that out. All right, now back to our map. So City Line is a good place to know about. It's sort of on the north side of Richardson, and City Line's good to know about. So they have some good restaurants. They have a little bit of retail. State Farm has their headquarters over there, right here. It's kind of where 75 and George Bush come together. So they built this whole big area that has all these restaurants. So you've got Good Union here. That's like a kind of like a pub place, I believe. I haven't been there, but it looks like a pub type place. But I saw people in there having lunch when I was there. But let's see, you've got like this whole space out front. There's an Aloft Hotel. They've also got a Jasper's there if you want a good steak. And check out Jasper's, the Brass Tap. That's definitely like a sports bar type place. So you get an idea. There's the Aloft there. So that's just a good little place. They have a sushi place too if you are into sushi. And it's a lot of apartments living right there, residential. So if you want to purchase something, you're going to want to go down the street, which is more like over here, right over here, I believe. In this area, they've got some townhomes. Because if I'm not mistaken, oh yeah, I know where it is. Okay, townhomes are over here. So if you want to purchase over there and be able to walk to City Line, you could get a townhome over here. And then look, this is a Whole Foods. I know because I was there the other day. This is a Whole Foods, and there's all kinds of little restaurants and shops here. You know, nail places and things like that. So you could get a townhome right here. In fact, there's some behind the CVS right there and over here. So you could get one over there and walk to City Line if you wanted to, and you could definitely walk over here to Whole Foods and just go right out the back. Oh, I'm sorry, it's here. I don't know why I keep pointing over here. It's here. You can see the buildings. Now, Richardson does have A- rated schools when it comes to public schools. So if you lived here, you wouldn't really have to worry about public school if you didn't want to. But you also could stay and go to college there. You've got the University of Texas at Dallas right there. So maybe you are a professor or you want to get another type of job here at the University of Texas at Dallas, or maybe you have a child that, you know, they really don't need to be down in Austin, because Austin is a great town, but, you know, you can have a lot of fun in Austin, and sometimes people go and they don't graduate. So maybe keeping a little closer eye on them if you've got one that you need to. You could do that. You could live right over here in Canyon Creek. This is a great neighborhood. It's got a big golf course that goes through the middle, and these homes are really nice in here. I'm seeing a lot of tear downs in Richardson right now, which is really surprising to me because the houses are so nice. They're older, generally like the 60s and 70s, pier and beam, like great houses, very well built. But you know, over the years, sometimes they fall into disrepair and people are tearing them down. And these are big lots up in here. So I am seeing some really nice houses being built up there. Normally, you'd be getting a house in Richardson, you know, $700 to $900, depending on, well, I say 7 to 9. You can get one for $300 and $400, but you know, like for a little bit of a larger home, you could get $700 to $900 and get a really, really nice luxury home. But now those homes are being torn down and they're building homes, you know, 1.7, 1.9. I saw another one I saw for a little over 2 million. So I was pretty surprised. I was like, wow, Richardson, okay, coming up. Heights Park is right here. Lots of little parks in Richardson. So you've got Cottonwood Park there, Heights Park. So lots of little parks, but all in this neighborhood. Up here, I was seeing tear downs. So Waterview comes down this way, and you've got this creek that runs through here. So I saw a huge tear down right here on St. Luke's. It's going to be really nice. You should watch the vlog. You'll see it. It was a Ron Davis custom home. It's going to be really nice. So anyway, lots of large lots where people are building new construction. So if that's what you're interested in, check that out. I also wanted to show you Huffines Park. So Huffines Park has a lot going on right here. This is a pretty good sized park. Look, there's some creeks and water and all that. You've got the junior high school right by it. So this is a good one to know about. You can play tennis here. I know I've played them in tennis before. I can't remember if they won or not. I'm going to choose to remember that they didn't, but I'm not really sure if that's true. So you can go here, and they have a lot of little like things to do here. This is where they have the 4th of July celebration. They have a Santa village thing that's really cute at Christmas time that I took my son to one time, and they had all these little, it looked like a little village, and each little house or little hut had an activity in it for the kids, and they could get their free picture taken with Santa, and that was really cool. And then there is another area I want to show you. over by the Eisman Theater. The Eismans are a family here in the Dallas area. Okay, so right here, the Eisman Center for Performing Arts. So, you know, we've got some arts and culture here in Richardson, but this is the same area where they have festivals and things like that. I'm not sure exactly where the event lawn is, but I want to say it's right here in the middle of these buildings. Not 100%, but yeah. So over here, this is where they have the Wildflower Festival. So that's a big deal. They have all kinds of bands that come in and vendors and, you know, food and drinks and all of that. So it's a very fun festival to go to. And I want to say they have a couple more festivals. Actually, over back at Huffines Park, they have a harvest festival that's really cute. And that one's cool because they have, it's a 2-day festival, and one of the days is called Pawtoberfest. They have all kinds of stuff for your dogs. You can have they have like a tennis ball hunt, and it's really cute. So, you know, they have a lot of little community things to do in Richardson. They also have a great community app that if you live in Richardson, you download this app. And if you need to do like bulk brush pickup or, you know, bulk trash pickup, that's really nice because you can just ask for it on the app and they will come and get it. They'll come and do it once a week from your house. And I'm like, really? Because when I miss bulk trash day in my neighborhood, I have to wait till the next month for them to come get it. So it's really nice that you can request that any week that you'd like. So Richardson really does have a lot to offer just by being where it is. You know, maybe they don't have all that much as far as shopping and dining in their own little town, but Richardson's so small. I'm telling you, it's tiny in comparison to everything else. You're really just you're gonna hop out of there and you're gonna come down here. Your mall is gonna be North Park Mall, which is right here. Or you could go over to the Galleria Mall, which is right here. You could go up to Stonebrook Mall, which is right here. So you do have a lot of options when it comes to shopping. You could go up to Allen and go to the mall at Allen. Actually, it's like an outdoor kind of a mall, but they have a shopping center up here that's pretty nice. Fairview, all that off of 75. So it's not like just because there's not a huge amount of shopping in Richardson that you don't have it, because you definitely have it all around you. And that's okay. Maybe you don't need all that commercial near you. Doesn't commercial just bring crime anyway? Now, if you are a lake person, and you know, here in Texas, we are lake people. Let's just zoom out. You can see that you've got Lake Lavon right over here, not too far. You've got Lake Louisville, not too far. Lake Lavon is going to be your closest one. That's going to be, if you want to drop your boat in and go do a little fishing, you'd run over there. But Lake Louisville is not that far. You've got Grapevine Lake. This is a really nice lake. It's a little smaller, but you've got that one. We don't really use this one very much. I mean, maybe some people do, but I don't really use that one. It's just, I don't like this lake. I'm sorry, people over there. I don't really like this lake. I don't think it's that pretty. Maybe I just haven't seen the right spots. You've got Lake Tawakoni over here. You can go up here. That is Lake Ray Roberts. Lake Ray Roberts. That's hard to say. Say that 10 times fast. And if you want to get away, because you know Lake Tawakoni is kind of far, but if you want to go a little further, and a lot of people in Dallas have lake houses up here at Lake Texoma. It's on the border of Texas and Oklahoma. That's what this little dotted line is. And it's a huge lake. They dammed up right here. They dammed up a river, and this was a town that they filled it all in the valley, and now it's Lake Texoma. They did that, I think, back in the 1950s. So anyway, it's a good lake. There's a lot going on up there. So people are buying that land up. Go. Now you should have a good idea of just about where Richardson is and what's around it, and a little bit about what it has to offer. If you're curious about any of the other suburbs, be sure to check out some of my other videos where you can learn about Frisco, Plano, and all the other good places that you're going to want to know about. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And in the meantime, if you are thinking about making a move to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, be sure to check out the description below. That's where you're going to find my contact information. I would love to help help you make a smooth transition to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I will see you in the next video.